It's time for Let's Get Real with your host from Bob Richards and Associates, Bob Richards.
Hey, Bob Richards.
Michael, good afternoon to you.
How are you doing today, young man?
Fantastic, thank you. I did not run in the St. George Marathon, and so I'm actually feeling really, really good by not doing that. But hats off to those who did.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You know, last show we talked a little bit about your vacation to Cabo Wabo and your cool new shoes and shirt. We don't want to belay that issue, but I'm going to say you're still looking stylish and very refreshed.
Thank you.
Did you had a good time with Uncle Sammy down there
Absolutely
in Cabo?
Absolutely did. Played a lot of golf, enjoyed the beach, enjoyed the weather. I feel like a new man.
Okay, we're ready to go here. You know, Bob, I have a question.
Sure.
I know today that you told me you wanted to talk about this stuff called hard money loans. And I'm in a quandary. I'm hoping you can explain it to me.
Okay.
To me, this is either, I think of hard money loan, it's like, what, dollar bills painted on a rock, or some guy in a trench coat on a dark corner late at night, and he's going, hey, you need some money?
Want to buy a watch?
Want to buy a watch? And his name is Sharky. I don't know. Boss says to have it back by Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a hard money loan?
Well, and obviously on the watch is only twice a day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But don't you where it works, right?
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
All right, very good. So, Michael, let's get real about this. This is a very interesting topic because we hear about in the law in the world of finance where a loan is getting received through an FHA loan, a VA loan, a conventional loan, or cash. A couple of other loans, but typically some sort of what we call a standard or a federal-backed loan, something like that. Okay, hard money loan, entirely different. This is something that a potential borrower would pursue an individual or individuals who had a lot of excess money. And rather than them investing it and getting a point and a half, 2% at their bank or credit union, it gives them the ability to say, hey, folks, if you're not able to acquire a mortgage and still need the money in order to close on a property, could be vacant land, could be commercial, could be a hotel, could just be a residential, whatever that real estate might look like, give us the opportunity to share with you our program to have you get that money, utilize it for the purchase of what you wish to acquire. And then we'll talk about how the payment plan goes in repaying it, which does not include fingers being chopped off or threats of family members being kidnapped. Nothing like that.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
Pretty simple. I know you were getting a little bit antsy there in your chair. So
or make your dog wear a Mexican sombrero.
Yes, exactly. Just mine. I'm just saying. So this is a loan program that, again, for fortunate people, congratulations to them. They've made a good nest egg over life. Then they are giving back in a way to potential consumers. Now, that giving back certainly is not free. People think, well, golly, if I don't have to go through these conventional loans and these federal loan backing and all these qualifications and everything that I need to fill out and give a blood sample and DNA and it's got to be cheaper. Well, you know what? No, it isn't, because these folks have made their money based on leveraging their money into something at a higher interest rate. So it's kind of compounded from a 2% investment now to where they may be at 8, 9, or 10% return. Now, that's pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
I wish we were in that boat. So these entities could be local. They could be the guy down the street from where you live. It could be two buddies at a mortgage company. It could be two buddies at the St. George offices. It just depends, but it's very open to, again, a variety of scenarios. Now, with that, Michael, that also includes different programs. If I talk to entity A, B, C, D, E, F, however many you want to, I will get different quotes for different hard money loan plans. And no, they're not painted on the rock, but I love that.
Okay.
They're the type of loans in which people will say, well, I'll negotiate on this, or listen, this is my 5th time working with you. I'm going to drop the rate a little bit. Or, you know what, you're a little bit of a first-timer, so I'm going to kind of raise the rate a little bit because I'm a little bit higher risk with you. And so just understand that many of those things are negotiable. Now, we've also heard of points. Now,
Yeah.
points, we open up an old Chevy or old Ford hood, and there's points that we have to deal with. I
Yeah.
can't remember all that, not a mechanic shop from high school, but I remember those points. Now, on points on a loan is prepaid interest. So if it costs you with a $100,000 loan and it costs you 2 points, that means $2,000 prepaid interest up front. And so in addition to the annual interest rate, which again, as I mentioned, 8, 9, 10%, or maybe even higher than that, then how soon do I get to pay that loan off? Well, as fast as you can, because that's a high interest rate. This is more, Michael, of what we call a temporary loan. You do not want to do a 30-year mortgage on a 10% interest rate with however much down that they require, which could be 20, 30, 40%. And feel like that you're going to come out okay. You're going to be swimming into a 2007-8 market where you just took a bath.
Wow. So why would I want to do this?
Yeah, if you're in dire need of getting this particular property, somebody else is hot to trot on it, you don't want to let it go, you see where there's some uptick, meaning that let's say you and I go in partnership, we find somebody that is the hard money lender. We see we're a $400,000 home. If we put in $5,000, $10,000, we could sell it for $520,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can make money on our money by leveraging somebody else's money, but there's a point in time where that interest rate clock ticks every day, every night, every holiday, every single minute and hour. And so at some point in time, what you have invested in it has now gone all to interest. And then you walk away and you're kind of at a high risk. And then the investor's like, don't ever call me again. I had to buy this thing back and I've lost money because you lost it. He still makes money, but there's no profit to be made. Sometimes these hard money lenders too say, hey, I want a piece of the action. When the property sells, I want 5% in addition to the loan payoff with interest. So it can get a little difficult, but that's why I say shop around. Don't feel like, hey, this person's the only person. There are other programs that are out, other entities and parties that are out there that would be glad to do hard money loans. They don't have to be in St. George. They don't have to be in the United States. Prefer that, though, because of dollar versus dollar. But you have the right on Google and other websites to shop for a hard money lender. Make sure they are legit. That's why I say I typically work with the Washington County, Southern Utah lenders.
Legit. Now, there's a good term. I'm sure there are non-legit hard money lenders that could, well, let's just say could be ungood for your financial well-being down the line.
Yeah, and have this $10 million yacht in the marina at Cabo San Lucas. Yeah. And you're like, oh, I wonder how they made their money. Oh, well, maybe they were one of the ones that was the hard money loan that just kept going in their pocket and in their pocket, and they never actually performed.
Because I know that's where I keep my yacht.
Yeah, I saw that there. Yeah.
The one with the helicopter, the jet helicopter, not the cheap helicopter.
Mr. Mollenauer on the back of the boat. I saw that's Michael's.
That's it.
That is Michael's.
So, what about, do I have to have a good credit score to get a hard money loan, or is it just,
willy-nilly?
Yeah, willy-nilly.
Great question, and I appreciate that. And the consumers ought to know this. When you go in for a loan with a mortgage, they score your interest rate based upon, in part, your credit score. And so if you're north of 800 or high 700s, you get a little bit better interest rate than if you're in the low 7s, and especially if you're in the high 5s or anywhere in the 600s, you're a higher risk in that credit score. Okay, hard money lenders are not necessarily looking at your credit history or credit score. They want to make sure that you're able to pay your bills and have some savings so that you're not Peter to pay Paul every month, but also say, you know what, I'm really doing this on what the bottom line return on investment. If I loan this individual this money, what am I going to get back? And am I sure that I'm going to get back? Now, there's nothing sure. Life changes. We none of us have a warranty. But the goal is, how can I reduce my risk as an investor to then lend that money to, say, you and I, and we go out and do something with the money, make it profitable for us and able to pay back that loan, and then say, wow, let's do this again. And that's another thing too, Michael, is that with some other loans, conventional and otherwise, you have to wait before you can go apply for another one.
Right.
This is something that we could do and secure on a Friday, close on a property the next Friday, get it fixed up, rehabbed, sell it in 3-4 weeks, and then do it again.
Well, I like that. So is this, I watch those TV shows about house flippers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is this one of the things that those guys are doing? They're getting hard money loans. They're doing some good, strong investigative research on the marketability of the neighborhood and the home and how much of the invests are going to potentially make. Are those guys doing hard money loans, or are they just all multimillionaires using their own money and selling their jet helicopters?
Yeah. Yes and yes. So in the beginning, they were getting that hard money loan from these outside investors and being able to parlay that into this investment. Cash out, do it again. Cash out, do it again. And so over time now, the money that they've made as profit on that resale of the lot, the home, the whatever, they then can put those in their coffers for someday to be now the investor. And or able to, here's the beautiful thing. You're paying cash. Pay cash.
Oh, okay.
And then you do it again. And you do it. There's no interest rate clock. Nothing's ticking. Not that you want to just sit on your laurels and say, well, I don't care if it sells. No, if you're wanting to do this as a business to make money, you got to turn that. You got to turn it and turn it and turn it. Because again, time value of money is such that if you wait too long, you will miss out opportunities to be able to turn that money again into something else. But your risk is more involved rather than the investors. So, but yet you don't have interest to pay. You own it free and clear.
Yeah. So it's a delicate balance between the interest rate, the timeline, and how much return that the investors could make within a specific time frame. And
Very well said.
All of that factors in there.
Yes, sir.
And if one thing is out of whack or out of balance, it could kind of screw up the whole deal.
It really could. It really could. And so do the stars need to align? Not necessarily, but you want to make sure that they're as close together as possible before just, again, as I mentioned, the willy-nilly, before you just like carelessly go out and say, well, that looks like a pretty good deal. And, I have to research it? Is the title, is there a problem with the title? There's termites? Those kind of things can be extremely expensive to resolve and very.
So let's go to a worst case scenario here. So everybody's clear, this is not the silver bullet to real estate investment here. Don't get overexcited here.
Exactly.
So let's take a worst case scenario. So let's say that I go to a hard money lender and I've got this cool little house over here. I'm picking it up for $250,000 and I need $114,327.86 to do all the fixer-upper things I need to do so I can turn $100,000 profit on that thing. I get in there, I'm working away, and I've got my money, and I'm doing stuff, and all of a sudden I discover, oh my goodness, there's more termite damage in here that I had ever thought of. Oh, and oh my gosh, all of the plumbing and the electricity needs to be replaced. And while we're in there doing that, we discovered that the roof falls in and the neighbor's cat fell through the floor.
Yeah, and it's still there.
And it's still, and things are not going well. And it's like, well, I don't have enough money to pay this thing off. So I then go to the hard money lender and I go, hey, dude, I'm really sorry, but all these things happen. So how do I get out of this thing? Now, does the hard money lender take over the property and bad things happen to me? What's going on here?
Not necessarily bad things happen. You'll never work together again.
Okay.
And if you ever needed a reference and he's reached out to buy another hard money loan, you're not going to get that loan from somebody else. I mean, word travels fast. I mean, we're a big community, but things are well known very quickly. The thing that you have to do is, how can I get a Band-Aid on this as best I can, not represent the sale, make sure I represent everything and disclose everything that I know, but find somebody that's not a sucker, but somebody that says, you know what, I can take it from here. I know somebody who does termite mediation. I know somebody that does subfloor redos and can put the roof back and can get rid of the cat and whatever needs to be done in order for it to be resellable You lick your wounds and then you move on. As long as that lender, hard money loan guy, is paid in full with the terms that you've agreed to, happy day. If you walk away with 87 cents, or was it 86 cents?
It was 87 cents.
87 cents.
Yeah,
if that's all you walk away, well, you know what? You made a profit.
Okay.
It wasn't very good. It was 87 cents, but you made a profit. And then just learn from your mistakes, but learn fast. Otherwise, it'll come up to bite you in the, you know what?
In that place.
Yes. Yes, the keister.
Well, Mr. Bob, I understand that you have an amazing new listing that you'd like to share with us. Is this the one on Songbird Drive?
It is, Michael. This I just barely put the sign up yesterday. It hit the market today. This is so cool. So this is in Sun River. If you've never heard of Sun River, shame on you. What rock are you under? This is the Southern Utah's and basically Utah's #1 active community, active adult community. What we have here, obviously, as you can see, a 3-car garage, single level, no stairs going up or down. This has wide hallways for wheelchair access. We have a large great room here in the center of the house, gas fireplace to the right. It has the tray ceiling kind of look, big windows out the back. Another view of the great room. The windows there, as you walk into the door of the front, you can see all this towards the backyard. Yeah. And here's some of the bonus things coming up here. Big kitchen. Okay, so this is what you're looking at as you walk out with those windows there on the right. As you're inside the home, look out. That's the money shot that you see with this beautiful full-size pool, not a spool, a full-size pool with a spa. And deep enough to be able to jump into. I wouldn't go head first, but you can certainly jump into. And you got all this lighting on the outside. It's really quite phenomenal. Everybody uses the phrase desert oasis. Well, no, this is just a lot of fun. And with the restrictions out at Sun River, where you can have your kids or grandkids swim for 1 hour a day, that's it, and they can't swim in the pool of the association anymore. Well, here's a great place to have your kids, have your grandkids. They're not put under any restriction as far as when they can get in, when they have to get out. It is just heaven. This has 2 bedrooms. Both are master suites. So they're on each side of the house. And then there's an office den off the entry on the left-hand side. Big kitchen, big dining area, travertine tile in all the high traffic areas. So there's no carpet wear. It's just very easy to maintain, very well laid out, and so easy to take care of. 2 bars on both sides of the kitchen. Oh, can go on and on and on. But we'll need to talk. I'll be glad to get you all the extras.
It's a gorgeous home. And what is that currently listed for?
$784,900. That's $784,900, and worth every penny with all the extras that they've done with this, and low maintenance or low utility bills because of the added insulation and other things. I think a buyer would be very, very impressed.
What's that price again?
$784,900.
And 87 cents?
And 87 cents.
Okay, I can swing that.
There we go.
I made that from my hard money loan. That was the beautiful home.
That was great. Yes, he's here all weekend. Enjoy the veal.
Jeez. So, Mr. Bob, what if I'm interested in that house and I don't really need a hard money loan to get that thing?
There you go.
So how can I get in contact with you to make an offer?
Oh, I appreciate that. 435-703-8824 is my cell phone number. You can text me, give me a call. Text is always easiest. It's easy to remember my cell phone because it's 435-703-UTAH. So 703 Utah is how do you reach Bob? And then email is bob@buyutah.com. And I have this awesome website that is maintained by the gentleman to my left at buyutah. No, just one to the left.
Oh, okay.
Not left of you. Buyutah.com. That's BUYUTAH.com. And with Berkshire Hathaway, we're just right in downtown St. George at the Painted Pony, right next to the Painted Pony restaurant and behind Pizza Factory. So great central location.
Yeah, that's cool. And don't forget, guys, when you go to Bob's website, you can listen to and watch all of the episodes of all of Bob's podcasts right there on his podcast channel, right on his website. Lots of great information for you there. Bob, it was good seeing you again.
Thanks, Michael. Good to be with you today. And thanks, everybody, for watching and listening.
Yeah, we'll see you guys again next time with another episode with Bob Richards, and let's get real.
This has been Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards & Associates. For more information, buyutah.com We invite you to return again for another edition of Let's Get Real with Bob Richards from Bob Richards and Associates.